one, it's October, so it's the return of the Fearsome Footage pack, which means that you can have your cannibal mechanic and get eaten by it too. And so here's your stuff. You may see some very familiar bits and pieces. Cash Beaumont, who's down there behind that rock, has also brought back the Fearsome Footage pack. And so those of you who've been working on your bounties already, thank you so much for playing. And for those of you who haven't quite finished them up yet, go out, have some fun. You get some really cool weapons like this Uzi I've got here, an Uzi 9mm. If you don't know this backstory, oh no, I've got the wrong bat. If you don't know the backstory of the Fearsome Footage pack, it's a sort of a love letter to the first Terminator movie. The Uzi 9mm, the 1911 long slide with a laser sight that doesn't work, just like it didn't in the movie. But they did some Hollywood magic and they made it work. And we've done a couple years worth of stuff. So you see the cannibal mechanic here. That's back. You've got the swine and bovine outfit, which came out last year and was a hugely popular thing, with this absolutely gory mix-up of a pig and a cow somehow forged into a mask. And you can tell by the cross-sections that those are real parts. So anyway, what else is coming? And of course you got the return of the Juggernaut mask here. As always, it's back. It's time. It will be here this month, at some point, I hope. All right, so you saw a teaser, a little bit of what's going to be coming down the pipe as we go through the rest of this, but let's go over to Cash Beaumont and let's talk about the return of this bounty pack really, really fast. So, Cash, as most of you should know by now, has a lot of really cool stuff. And this month is no different. You see the return of the Fearsome Footage pack. He's got this cricket bat, which was from Shaun of the Dead. You got Senior Pokey, which, for those of you who are a little older like myself, you might remember from such wonderful television as Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And then, of course, you've got the Slasher Machete, because who doesn't want to be feared? The barbed wire bat of, theoretically, Walking Dead fame. And then we've got a new one this year, though, and this is where we get to start talking about the new stuff. We've got the Choppa. So, since a lot of this other stuff is inspired by Arnold, I often think of this in the Arnold voice, which is, get to the Choppa. But as we're going through it, that's exactly what we've got going on here.
When again should they get to the Choppa exactly? Is that like a now thing, or is that later this month?
It's whenever Arnold screams it on the movies that you'll be watching a lot this month. So.
Well, no, I mean, when is the bounty pack available?
Oh, the bounty pack should be available now, I think. That's should be, so you should be able to just go out right now, go out and walk up to Cash Beaumont and say hello, and then do your thing.
Go in peace, my friend.
Okay. So, what does this all mean? Well, what this means is, of course, it's our favorite month, and the last couple of years we have sort of a running routine that players get to share a little bit of their fandom and, of course, a celebration of this month, specifically October, the Halloween season, etc., etc. And they get to share that love with us through a contest. And so this year's contest is going to be a little bit of what we call flash fiction. What you're going to do is you're going to take your survivor and you're going to go to some kind of point and you're going to take a photo, and then from that photo you're going to write the scariest story that you can come up with in 10 words. Now you're going to be submitting that story online, and there will be full details at www.stateofdecay.com later on. And the contest itself will be starting October 6th. And so you're going to be writing, maybe you've seen these things on Twitter or elsewhere. And so write it in 10 words or less. And now I've got to check
Also, it doesn't have to be scary. It's just highly recommended. It just needs to be set in the world of State of Decay or State of Decay 2.
Okay, excellent. All right, so I stand corrected. But I'll be voting for the scariest story. Anyway, that's a complete aside. All right. So there are some other things that are coming in this pack that you saw in my community screen there, and we're going to take a quick look right now. All right. So what's coming new this month? So as part of our Spooktober, Justin here is sporting our new hockey mask, and it is scary. Look at that thing. It barely has any eyes. But we'll take a closer look as we go through everything here. Kate is sporting, well, she's got the mechanic coveralls, but her head is also glowing, so we wanted to have the glowing head and of course the glowing coveralls to go with it. She's going to be claiming some heads and sending them back, taking them back with her to hell as she gallivants around the countryside as the headless horsewoman in this case. But probably the creepiest mask, and the one that we definitely want to talk about the most, is this one. Look at this. Look at that. That thing is just... that is just scary. It's, of course, meant to be a scarecrow mask. And it is absolutely 100% awesome. So, why do I zero in on that so much? Well, that's because there's going to be a drawing, at which point you can win this mask as part of the contest. So those of you who submit, make successful entries with the photo and the flash fiction of 10 words or less that fits State of Decay. One of you who lives in the US can win this mask. We unfortunately aren't going to be able to ship this internationally, but our international winners will get something else that's in game. So this mask, to give you a little bit of context here, this mask is actually like live. It'll fit your average human. It's a little bit, it's adjustable. So, it wouldn't fit my head because I've got a huge one, but I can't win anyway since I work here, which is sad because this thing is just absolutely gorgeous. And I've seen some people wearing it. Oh my, it's frightening. But you will be the talk of your Halloween party with this thing. So for one lucky US winner, you get this. And for everybody else, you get to choose one of 3 weapons, and 3,000 3,000 prestige. Now these weapons, some of you have them, but you have them because of bugs. And so anyway, whoever gets them this time will get them honestly. You can get the championship bat, you can get the Uber mallet, or you can get the veteran's machete, all of which is available as a prize during this contest.